Have you ever worked really hard, put a lot of thought into something you are writing, and you share it out in the world, and crickets? You get no response, no connection, and you're thinking, what am I even doing? Like, what is the point of writing? And then you start getting into my ideas aren't good enough. I'm not a good writer. What was I even thinking? My grade 8 teacher was right about me. You probably worked really hard on this piece. You had a great idea. You chose your words carefully. You wrote it out. You edited it. You thought about it. And then you get nothing back. And of course, that feels crappy. There's no other word for that. That feels crappy. Just maybe it's not your idea. Maybe it's not your writing. Maybe you have fantastic ideas and you write really well. And then you're like, okay, Melody, so you tell me this, but then why is nobody reading it and going, yeah, I get it. That's me. That's for me. Let me reframe this for you. A lot of writers sit down, they have an idea, it's a good idea, they get excited about it, they're in their office, they're in their bubble, they write it and they feel really good about it and they put it out there. What they've forgotten is that that good idea and the craft of writing is meant to be a conversation with someone out there. And when you're writing in a bubble and you forget that you're actually part of a conversation with people out there, that's when your writing becomes generic. That's when nobody responds. That's when there's no connection. So while most writers are thinking, I need better ideas, I need stronger sentences, I need a more powerful structure, I don't have the authority, that's often not the issue at all. It's not your ideas, it's not the quality of your writing, it's the fact that you forgot your audience. Here at Author Odyssey, we call that the echo void. Ever stood on the edge of a cliff and yelled out, and your own words reverberate back to you? That's what it can feel like for an author who's put a lot of time and energy into a good idea, but all they hear are their words coming back to them. And it's just the same in writing. When you stand on the edge of the cliff and you yell out into the void, that's the same as sitting down and writing without a reader. Your words are going to echo back to you. And so the solution to that, decide who you are talking to. And instead of assuming that nobody cares, redirect the piece to someone very specific, one ideal reader. Because when you write to one person, they connect with it, but there's a lot of one persons out in the world. It's kind of odd that way, right? It's like people like could come to me and it's like, no, I can't write to one person, it's for everyone. But when you write to one person, a lot of people in the world go, I'm that one person. She's writing to me. And that's what will turn this fantastic idea and this craft you have of writing into something that resonates with people, that connects with people, and you'll get responses. And that's what you want as a writer. You want to be in a conversation. And it's not because your idea is not good. It's not because your writing isn't intelligent. It is. It's just not aimed at someone. So the solution is to pick one person you want to write to. And this is how I like to frame it. You're at the coffee shop, you have coffee with someone, somebody's called you and they said, can we meet at the coffee shop and talk about this topic? Because you know a lot about it and I'm really struggling with it and I'd really like some help. They show up, they sit down and they kind of write on a piece of paper, sorry, I have laryngitis, can't talk. So they can't ask you questions, they can't be part of the conversation, but they're really interested in what you have to say and you really care about them. So you're going to give them the best of yourself in expressing this idea specifically for them. And they're going to hear you, and it's most likely going to change their lives. Isn't that why we write? So the echo void thrives on often your fear of being too specific and alienating people. It thrives on the idea that I'll just write. And because often that's done from fear too. I'll just write. Somebody will read it, I'll just write. So it thrives on that. So to kick it out, you want to get that specific reader. Now, here's the thing. When you write to one person with one perspective and that person has a specific problem, it's amazing how many people have that specific problem from that perspective. And that's what makes your writing powerful. You have a good idea, you have good craft, and you understand the person who needs you most. And when you do that, your tone becomes natural. Word choice gets easier because you're not trying to find the perfect word, you're trying to get the perfect word for that person. And now you have someone you're modeling it to, and it's a lot easier that way. Your writing becomes warmer. This is exactly the kind of pattern that we deal with at Author Odyssey. We are a quest-based framework to get you from idea to successfully published. And in the Reader's Compass quest, this stuff comes up all the time. People start writing and then they lose their voice, not because they don't know their voice, because they don't know who they're talking to. So if your writing's feeling quiet, you feel like it's not landing, not connecting, you're not getting the responses you need, it's not your ideas. It's not even your talent. Here at Author Odyssey, that's what we help you with. So if you'd like to explore what we do in our quest-based framework, the information is below. I'll see you on the inside.